A four-star U.S. Air Force general has warned of a possibility of a direct war.
He says, quote, "I hope I am wrong. My gut tells me we will fight in 2025.
He writes in a memo that Beijing will likely invade Taiwan while the U.S. is distracted by the upcoming presidential election.
At a time when they don't believe the U.S. is ready to defend Taiwan.
The island democracy is supported by the U.S., but China considers it a breakaway province and has vowed to use force if necessary to unify.
The thing is this: the United States is demonstrating its military might in China's backyard.
War could be around the corner. China does have a military advantage right now. More ships, more planes, and certainly more missiles. He knows that we're vulnerable and we have got to fix it. We've got to deploy them and make certain that China understands that there is an effective deterrent. Their generals will look at it and say, well, the cost is too great for us to start a war over Taiwan here with the United States because we don't know what the outcome will be.
Dear China, this is a letter from an upstanding American citizen. I'm speaking on behalf of the United States of America when I say, y'all don't want the smoke. Y'all don't want war with the greatest nation to ever grace this big rock. So a four-star general and a politician nigga have both predicted the odds of conflict between the US and China are very high. It's speculated that tensions are rising over land in Taiwan, or maybe Taiwan as a whole. I don't know fully. But what I do know is, like Russia, China is a massive country that's still hungry for more territory. But then again, who am I to talk? So I just want to let China know, y'all don't want this beef. You touring with the biggest military power in the world. Yeah, they probably got higher numbers because China got like 18% of the world's population, but numbers don't mean none when they all bots. In the Clone Wars, when the clone army hit the battlefield versus separatists, they faced off head-to-head with droids. It's been stated that the clone army was outnumbered 100 to 1. For every clone trooper, there was 100 droids, and yet despite those odds, they still came out on top. When I first saw this news, I started wondering what the fuck the Chinese army even looks like. So I did my research and here's what I found. I mean, look at these motherfuckers. They all look the same. Wait. No, that ain't what I meant. We could be at war with another country and I still find a way to get canceled by people in America. What I meant to say is they all moving the same. Yeah, I know this is typical military shit, but they just too stiff. Like these gotta be androids or something. Plus, what the fuck is this stupid shit? They gonna be dead before they even see battle. Whereas the US Army is constantly active in training in real world scenarios. We got our hands in everybody's pants. There's American soldiers all over the world intervening in dozens of country situations. In other words, there's thousands and thousands of US soldiers with real world experience. When's the last time you heard of Chinese troops getting involved in any conflict? Let's assume China has a massive army, each soldier having the same strength and techniques and fueled by the same motives, everything the same, cause you know, communism. But they train in martial arts or some shit and never mind, what am I saying? You not dodging and deflecting bullets with kung fu. I'm just spitballing here though, cause I genuinely don't know what the Chinese army could really do. Now, let me put it this way. Let's just assume they tough. Let's assume they contenders. What they gonna do if 1,000 Atlanta niggas and Hellcats get deployed onto the battlefield? What they gonna do when 1,000 Chirac demons and they baby mamas beat up Nissan Altimas toting Glocks, chops, and rockets with switches pull up? What they gonna do when some scamming niggas from Flint, Michigan pull up thirsting for blood since they already used to dirty water anyways? What happens when rednecks from the deepest back rows of the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and the rest of the South pull up in muddy lifted monster truck ass Ford F-150s, Jeep Wranglers, and Ford Broncos with the most blunt bumper stickers, Confederate, American, Blue Lives Matter, and Don't Tread on Me flags waving out the back, wearing sleeveless flannels and American flag shirts while holding classifications of artillery you can't even pronounce? What happens when we send out Captain America himself? What happens when we send out Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Florida Man? What happens when we open the floodgates of Ohio? They don't need Mulan just to even remotely compete. And now I'm hearing Putin is threatening us? Putin? I ain't gonna lie, I would have been more concerned about Russia in 2021, but now, listen here, Vladimir, you currently at war with a country 28 times smaller than yours and still struggling. You can't even handle Tweety, but you trying to stir shit up with the biggest bird? Yeah, them Russians be crazy, but like I said, we got some characters too. Can't lie though, it's gonna be a problem if they throw Hasbullah out on that battlefield. In that case, I for sure have to get involved. So yeah, you probably wondering,
oh, Allende, since you so passionate, you gonna fight for your country?
Yeah, nickel.
I'm a gangster, nigga.
I'm 6'1", 180 pounds of athletic urban American man. In 2025, I'm gonna be turning 23, and by the way shit going, I'm gonna be a struggling college dropout living in poverty. Bitch, my GPA so low right now, I'll be having army recruiters texting me every week. Yeah, I'm getting scouted as we speak.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
So by all these metrics stated, I'm gonna be the ideal draft pick. I'm finna be in my prime. I'm going early first round without a question. Only higher prospects are ROTC veterans and class of 2025 graduates with 2.5 GPAs or below. Tell me, how many SEC championships does China have? How many Super Bowl championships does Russia have? How many NBA titles does North Korea have? That's what I thought. I think I speak for all Americans when I say anybody can get the smoke. We as Americans talk all the shit we want about our country and government because that's our freedom of speech. But soon as anybody else say something, it's full patriot mode. British niggas love to talk shit and it's all love, but anybody who wakes up in the morning and eats beans to start their day needs to pipe down. British eats are atrocious. Like, fuck even is this? And Canadians be talking shit too like they ain't Diet America. Let's not act like y'all niggas don't bite our whole flow. Ever since the internet, we've been setting the trends and running the culture. But my apologies for the friendly fire. I just constantly see outsiders talking shit on social media. My point is, we running shit and we ready for whatever. Russia threatening to initiate nuclear warfare, like, okay, who you think started this nuke shit? We bleed red, white, and blue, bitch. We microwave fast food and sleep with cell phones and laptops in our faces. 5G and McDonald's antibiotics run through our veins, bucko. You think we scared of some silly ass nuclear bombs? Scree saying the only ones that can prevent conflict between the US and China is Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. We need Russia our foe by 2025 to reunite these two nations. They say it's in the works, but they've been saying that shit for almost 15 years, so it looks like we're gonna have to give them communists a fresh taste of freedom. They don't get their asses whooped by motherfuckers wearing uniforms that they made. The dumbest part about this shit though is the fact that all these countries are getting ran by fucking fossils. These old farts don't even have a realistic grasp on the modern world, but they making stupid decisions that affect our futures. To be honest, they should just have a pay-per-view fight where they all just get in the cage and fight themselves. Joe Biden in the ring versus Vladimir Putin or the Chinese leader nigga. Though I feel like if one of them was to die, they just went in the gulag and come back like Kim Jong-un did. But nah, real shit, if y'all niggas got a problem with us, come kill our president about it. Yeah, nigga, come slime him if you really about that. I bet y'all won't pull up to DC and whoa. I was just playing. Hey, I was just playing. Hey, I was joking. Yo, it was great. Thank y'all for stopping by the Graveyard to pay our respects. Feel free to like or dislike or subscribe or comment or share this video or something. In the event the FBI really does arrest me for talking silly, follow my IG. I put a lot of work into these videos and I don't make no money in return, but that's alright cause that ain't what I want. I strive for what any level-headed Gen Zer does. Clout, baby! That's a real form of currency in 2023. Alright, I'm out.
We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
You want war? We ready. We got guns, blood, machete. You don't want no beef, no spaghetti.